back, YouTube. I'm back. I'm Chris Marmolejo, and I'm excited to be here and start a new journey for the new year. Share just insights and wisdom and messages that come to me from the Divine Spirit. And so today I will be doing a reading for Capricorn. It is Capricorn season. A lot of intense energy in the air. And, you know, I asked the Divine for a message for Capricorn. So if your sun, your moon, your Venus is in Capricorn, hopefully this message resonates with you. Please let me know if it does. The first deck that I'm starting off with is the Santa Muerte Tarot. This is one of my first decks that I got, so I have a long connection with this. This symbology is pretty different and it's pretty intense, but you know, I am Latino, and so I do connect with this iconography. So let's see what we have in store for Capricorn, a message for Capricorn. The Magician. Look at that. Right? Starting off, right? Number one. First month of the year, first month of the decade. Oh my goodness. Right? You have your abilities to manifest here. You're ready to manifest. You have all elements open to you. You have your illumination that you're crafting, right? That you've sought access to and now have, and you're ready to begin. You're ready to make these things manifest for your own good and for your own wellness. So this is a good time. I'm sure many of us are starting ventures into the business arena. And so this is a prosperous time to do so, right? There's extra crisp energy around planning, around setting goals and attention, and especially building a business. Totally build that business. I see it. Like, this is the seeds of like putting yourself out there, of not caring what others saying, and of like having confidence in your own abilities to make that dream happen. You know, it's a small step, day at a time, small increments, just that commitment. See? The Lovers, right? They have the key here. There's new opportunities coming, and new forces uniting here, right? The masculine has his eye on the key, while the feminine has she's holding the heart, right? Like, they're working together in order to unlock this new arena, right? To birth something new, right? The melding of these two forces in order to achieve a dream and a goal, right? It's like so within sight. It's right there. Right, and so again, this may be within work, a good time to start your business, your side hustle, to make that manifest, your thing that's going to give you that passive income, that's going to make you elevate and get your coins, right? And these are two major arcana, so that's a lot of intense energy for Capricorn. I mean, it's your season, and there's definitely a lot going on with the planets right now. I won't get into all of that because I'm still studying astrology. But the Lovers, I mean, it could be the beginning of any relationship as well. You know what I mean? The key to your heart, something that you deeply desire and have been dreaming about, been wishing about. You have the ability now to manifest it. It's about having that vision and that illumination. The Sun. So amazing. So amazing. Look at them. Look at them playing, making that music on the sunflowers, like this face of each sunflower was, of course, the sun, right? A little mini sun. A lot of intense energy going on here, Capricorn. A great prosperous time. Like, this is your time to shine. Truly, put your talents out there. They will be rewarded. Like, this is a big yes, right? If it's a new relationship coming in, if it's that business idea, if it's a job, like, say yes, right? This is your time to shine. Literally, it's your season. It's your energy. It's a whole new you is being born. That's awesome. That is so awesome. You know what I mean? It's definitely about new relationships coming in, whether it's in the business world or the love world, right? Or both. Okay? Be ready for this expansive energy coming in. You know, Capricorns are very grounded. They're very ambitious. They're very stubborn. And I'm sure you've been dreaming and thinking and envisioning a lot of goals, a lot of what you want in life, and having that clarity reinforced around this time of the year. And so this is a good time saying yes, like keep going, like it's going to manifest, it's coming, right? Your time to shine is here. And remember to celebrate like those small moments, those daily victories, right? Whether that's coming up with a business plan or your product or booking a new client or making a new connection. Like those things are to be enjoyed as much as the wedding or as much as like making your however determined goal is, right? Oh my goodness. Wow, 10 of Wands. Look at that. Look at that. Corresponding to the pelvic region, right? To our area of control. I mean, our area of creative birthing, not of control, I'm sorry. But of, that's just weird, the spirit jumped out and made me say that. Of really of like, where almost like we're actually, there's instinctual lack of control that happens. Like you're guided to this. It's the loins, it's the sexual creative aspect. And this is very much like the fruition of that. Like your inner instincts are going to be flying. Right? You see all of the roses, you see romance, you see expansion, you see like just very much the prosperous of your creative energy, right? And I see very much like a lot of love in the air. Woo! Jumped all the way out. The Page of Swords. See, you're getting news soon. You're getting news. Right? He's writing a letter. He's letting that correspondence come through. Right? The message is like being prepared, right? For all of this. Right? For it to manifest, but also getting like that good news in the mail. Right? Or clearing up or like reaching out, making that communication happen swiftly. Like having this clarity finally where your dreams can come and manifest and where you're like, oh, I know the plans. I know the steps to take in order to, right, have the 10 of Wands, right, in order to fly above and see like all of my dreams and have like your heart, but also like the deepest from your root chakra to your core shining and flying, right? This is about like reaching that clarity. And here is the planning, right? Here he is planning for the year, for the decade, reaching out the goals, having that communication with the self and with others, these new business ventures, have that, insight about who to work with and who's going to help you achieve and realize and align and grow together. And you see a lot of flowering here. There's a lot of flowering going on. Wow, Capricorn. Just gotta look at that, right? The Knight of Wands. See that ready? He's ready to ride forward and onward. And like, this is the way, this is the direction. Like, this is where we're heading towards. You know this? That man right there? That's a young man right there. Coming into your life, coming in ready to sweep you off your feet. Ready to make those dreams come true, ready to ride with you. Ready to ride with you, right? Ready to ride you, okay? Ready to start that relationship. Ready to court you. Right, it's coming. Like this clarity is coming, and then like the fruition of your dreams, of your own abilities is strengthening totally. So it's your time to shine. It's your time to go out into the sun and be proud of who you are. Because when you're doing so, you're going to attract that. You're going to make it abundant and manifest. Like, don't shy away. This is your season, right? This is your time. And it's going to come to you then. Like, they're going to be offering you roses. They're going to be offering you their abilities, their energy. They're riding in swiftly to ride with you. Ooh, there's a lot. There's a lot coming. There's a lot of energy coming. Okay, that's a lot. There's a lot of energy here. Right at the beginning of the year, it's a potent time, especially, but be especially mindful of, like, yes, like there's a big yes to your desires, yes to your dreams and your wishes. Right? And it's gonna sweep you off your feet. So you better be ready. That's the only thing now. Right? That's the other end. Like, you've been calling in, more opportunities, more money, more relationships, and all these things. And so it's just about being ready for that when it does come, being ready for change, being ready for growth and abundance, and for love, and for intense love. Right? And so, like, doing all the steps. And I know that Capricorns, I trust that you have. Okay, I trust that you're very thorough and very diligent and very, very thorough. And so it's kind of like there's a time for planning, right? And then there's a time for doing. And so this is like, oh, you're going to do it, baby. You are going to make it happen. And be ready for that. It's time to upgrade. It's time to move forward. Right? It's time to revel. Oh my goodness. So this deck really resonates with me as far as, like, with the Capricorn energy, the Book of Shadows Tarot. It's just very earthly, earthly, totally. That's so below, right? But what's interesting, from the Santa Muerte, right, which all the images are of, like the calaveras, which is symbolic of our relationship to death and things past and going, and cultural as well, but like rising up now, taking on more human form. So let's see, what message do we have for Capricorn? I see a lot of the sexual energy here, potent, like creative energy. And if you'd like to book a reading, I'll repeat this again throughout as a way for spirit to just come through with a message. You can email me at coquicures@gmail.com. I do half-hour recorded readings, hour readings, and interactive live readings as well. So I'm able to do that through FaceTime, and whichever way we'll figure out the way, right? But yeah, so come to me with your questions. I'm more than happy to share. It's a channel for your questions and help you start the year off right. All right, we don't got the deck with this one. Hope the lighting's all right also. Last time I recorded during the day and it was like a really glorious time. So please make do, let me know. And also, I hope that, like, this, pretty simple. Be authentic and genuine here. Look at that. 4 of Pentacles. Right, we knew Pentacles was coming, right? We knew it. So you see her working hard. This is totally it, right? You see her in the kitchen brewing up some goodness and looking, and like she looked like she's been cleaning all morning. Look like it's a Sunday morning. Look like she's preparing for, like, her pot is boiling over almost. Like, so she's got to watch that, and it's a hot day. Like, you've been in the kitchen, you've been cooking, right? You've been working on your craft, on your recipe, right? And you're looking at this, what do I need? I'm going to use this, I'm going to use a little bit of that. And you've been putting love into it, and you've been putting hard work into it, and it's going to pay off. That's been you in the kitchen this whole time, right? In the metaphoric kitchen. right? You've been focusing on being grounded and stable, building your foundation. Right? And that's going to pay off. I mean, and maybe it is a long, tiring process for sure. It's not always pretty. You sweat, right? It requires sweat. Requires energy. The full. Beautiful. I mean, again, right? Because you've been laying the foundation to upgrade your life, to take this new walk through a new part of town, to have the connection with the spirits, to have this relationship that you've always wanted with yourself, truly. I mean, and that's where it all stems with, right? You're willing to take that leap and to start this new project, this new relationship, this new venture, move to this new city. You've been so down for yourself and you've been working hard to prepare and nurture others, right? That's Capricorn energy as well. But you having, like, you being down with yourself and you being comfortable in your own skin, you cultivating the self-acceptance and the self-love, it's going to pay off. It is paying off, right? It's leading to this next step, this next journey, this new part of lessons, right? And you have your angels and your spirit guides right by you along the way. And you see she's happy, she's jamming, she's warm, but she's also looking cute. You know what I mean? She's got her music with her, she's got her bag, she's got just enough, she's not burdened at all. She's ready to start. She's ready to take a long walk, right? She's ready to go somewhere. And again, who are you going to see on that path? You're going to see someone riding up in that park. And you're like, oh, hello. I wasn't even expecting you. I wasn't even ready. I mean, okay, I was ready, but hello. You know, where do you want to go? Let's go have a cup of coffee. Okay. Been putting in the work, Capricorn. Can you hear that dog? There's all kind of dogs around here. Oh, totally. I mean, before, you know, the chariot, right? Oh, look at her. She's in there. She is smiling despite having all this happy. I mean, they're all smiling, right? But you know, kids can be a lot. And especially if you got to take a road trip with kids, you know, like are we there yet? Are we there yet? But no, they're totally like singing along in the car. They're telling jokes. She's very focused on where she's going. She's been balancing all of their rambunctiousness. She's been cooking for them. She's been providing for them, but she's leading them. And that's the thing. Like, you may walk alone on this path, but you're inspiring others by your forward movement, by your consistency, by your stability, by your growth, by your clarity and direction, right? By your sight. Like, you know the way. You very much know the way. You've been working on having the way, right? And everyone is able to trust that. And so this is like, they're ready to ride. Right? They are riding. They are. Again, there's very much that forward energy. Like, your project is going to carry other people in that, like, when I rise, we all rise. It's that very much that energy. Right? So it's prosperous. It's not only going to lead you to new heights. You're not only going to go on new adventures, but those around you, those who you love, those who you care for, they're also going to be there along with you. They're going to be witnessing you, taking them to new places and new experiences. And that's beautiful. That is beautiful. I'm be excited to see where you go, to see where you take them, to see where you lead them. Look at that. Look at this Three of Swords. See, like, that was You know, we know the swords is a tough suit. We know that that story of finding clarity in the mind, of being confused, of having no's, of having rejections. That's very much it. Right? Like here's this note, right? It's being sent and it's been delivered here. Right? Again, but I mean, that's things like she's had to move on. She's had to say, oh, that's not going to work out there. That relationship didn't work out. That living situation did not work out. You know, she's having to leave behind this thing. She's cried over it. She's very much cried over it. She's decided that, okay, I'm done with that, and I'm going to go ahead on my own. I'm going to be secure in my own abilities. And she has the spirits there around with her, comforting her. See? Justice, right? It balances out. Right? It's going to balance, which is, look at her, though. Look at her taking off her shoes. After a good night of celebrating, of like, oh, you know what? I was here. I was here. Like, it was a tough year. It was tough news to handle. Finding that out, that was not easy to handle. That was something to cry over and release over and be upset about, yes, of course. But having that clarity and that focus come, like, sometimes that's the only way you can move forward, is when things break, right? You know that that's what's meant to last and what's not meant to last. And yes, it's tough to let go, but justice comes, balance comes, right? Karmic justice comes. Right, you've been focused on putting in good work and good energy, and you're able to have a beautiful celebratory time with that. You're able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You'll go out dancing all night long and then come home and like, okay, maybe your feet ache a little bit, but it's very different than this type of pain. Right? It's kind of like a fun, like, oh, that was like, wow, I really danced so hard that my feet hurt. Okay, like I really needed that because it's been a while. I've been in this kitchen cooking and I ain't had no time to play, ain't had no time to dance. Right? I've been taking care of these kids. Right? But now, you know what? I've decided to walk on my own. I decided to begin again. And met that stranger on that path. And here you go. And he took me out dancing all night long. And that was the time. That was the night. That was like a night to remember. Very much. She's like taking off her shoes. She's relaxing. She's returned home. She's like, you know what? Things are going to be all right. It's okay. Things are going to be all right. Things are going to be all right. I'm saying it's going to work out. Like it truly is. Like it's going, the opportunities are coming. The relationship is coming. Because you are secured in your sense of self. And if you haven't done that yet, like, reminder to do that. Okay, it's a new year. What are you waiting on? I mean, it's going to pay out. It is. You just will, the seeds that you have planted will come to bear fruit. And you will be able to harvest. Right? You'll be able to see them grow. You'll be able to have more confidence in your own ability and in your own craft. So... that's great. Good job. Oh, and I mean, at the bottom of the deck, right? The bottom of the deck, just stare at me. Look at this Ten of Swords. Look at this Phoenix energy right here. Right? Like she went through and she had that letter. She had that rejection notice. She had that news that was delivered, that upsetting, heartbreaking news. And she went and she did herself a little ritual and she released that into the air. Right? And so if you haven't done that, release that. Make sure to do that because then, boom, the phoenix rises from the ashes. Right? Here she goes. She's in tune. That's her spirit right there. Just flying. She's just like, all right, I release you. And I'm born again with this. And I'm lighter with this. Gorgeous. And they're rejoicing. They're like, yes. Like, she's been through it. She did it. You know what I mean? Like, here she goes. Here we are, joyous. Like, we're free. We're no longer burdened. This is your year. This is your time to rise. I'm telling you, the sun, the phoenix, you're going to rise. Going to the Lenormand deck. Under the roses. A beautiful petite deck, as I said. Oh, look at the child and the grave. I mean the grave, right? Right, you let go of it. All right, that's done. That is past. The decade has passed. That relationship did not last. That job was not for me. Right, that death was hard to deal with. That death mourn, but I will let it go. Right, and you let it go so that you could. And I mean, again, the grave, right, and the child. They're very much like, I mean, I as a child I grew up around grave sites. As scary as that might sound. But no, as a kid, you know, and growing up, going to funerals and seeing elders die and pass away, people not even so old, it tempers your innocence, but it gives you a grander sense of clarity and of purpose and of just connection to life, right? Because after death also comes life, right? It's where through death that where relationship to living is found. And it's like you have to put those things to bed, to rest. You have to have peace with that. So that way you can have this child energy. So that way you can have this youthful spirit about you. And you can go out and find joy in just catching butterflies, right? Catching your opportunities, seeing them come. Right? There's like a sweetness and innocence to her. This curiosity and learning. You're totally ready for that stage. You burnt it all away, you put it to bed, you put it to rest, and you're ready to begin again, right? Like, what does this new way of being look like? This is different, right? And it's being open. It's not like having this baggage. She's ready to like catch, she's like, oh, like you're beautiful over here, like this opportunity, this relationship, this new friend, this new place. And it's very much like about being open to all of the newness that is before you, but that you've been preparing for, that you've been dreaming of, that you've been hoping of. One more from this deck. Come on, Spirit. Lilies. Peace, right? And you will find that peace. You will make peace with it. Peace. I mean, it's going to bring you newness. It's going to bring you joy. But this month, Capricorn, you will find peace and satisfaction. How beautiful.